So for the ones that have just arrived, my name is Rafael Hirt. I'm a city project manager at EIT Urban Mobility, working in the Agile Innovation team on the Raptor program. And I think it's time now to start the session. So first of all, welcome and thank you for your interest and time today. I will, as a start, guide you through the agenda of today's meeting. In the beginning, I will give a brief introduction to the Raptor call program and explain the basics of this call. Then you will hear from 6 of the partaking cities about the challenges that they have identified. And in the end, we will have time for Q&A. Just for your information, tomorrow there will be another Q&A session with 7 more cities that are participating in this year's Raptor program. So if you have time, join us again tomorrow, 11 o'clock. The session will be hosted by my colleague Natalia Gosdur. And today, the cities that are presenting, we have the pleasure to hear from Juan Carlos Escudero from Vitoria-Gasteiz. We'll also hear from Fingal County Council, Emma Court and Stephen McGinn are presenting. Then we'll hear from ICE, that is presenting Konya's challenge of intermodal commuting experience. We'll also hear from Las Rozas de Madrid, and Nuria Blanco is with us. And then we'll move on to the presentation given by Carlis from Liepaja. And last but not least, we'll hear from Paula Ramos from Vila Nova de Gaia. But let's start right with the basics of the Raptor program. And I will be quite brief today because yesterday already we had a more detailed info session. So I will recap the most important features, but if you need more details, then I would recommend that you have a look at the Raptor website where all the required documents are already published, and also the recording of yesterday's session will be available. So, rapid applications for transport. It is a city-driven, challenge-based and agile innovation program of EIT Urban Mobility with the new edition, where we have selected 13 projects from across Europe to develop solutions to niche mobility challenges. The lessons learned from last year's edition have been taken into account to ensure an acceleration of innovation in cities closer to citizens and closer to the innovation's edge. The awarded startups and SMEs will have 5 months to develop a product or service to solve the precise city challenge. And we are very much looking forward to seeing exactly what kind of solutions our partners, our SMEs and startups will develop to solve the pre-identified city challenges, paving the way for the development and scale-up of innovative solutions together across Europe. The Raptor call aims to support innovative SMEs to develop a new or significantly improved product or service that is addressing one of the 13 Raptor challenges. And now that these challenges have been defined in collaboration also with our colleagues from the regional hubs and of course with the city representatives, some of them are present in the call today. We've launched a competition actually on Thursday, 29th of February, to now reach out to our startup community, to our innovative SMEs, and to invite them to propose the solutions that they have to tackle the original issue. So we are now in this process of reaching out and attracting interesting proposals for the predefined city challenges. Now, who can apply? The Raptor call for proposals is an open call targeted at startups and SMEs. It is addressed to single legal entities, and all proposals must therefore be submitted by a single entity. Consortia are not allowed. In addition, the startups or SMEs must have registered as legal entities no more than 10 years prior to the official closing date of this call. They must also be registered as legal entities in either an EU member state or a third country associated to Horizon Europe, in addition to the countries of United Kingdom and Switzerland. Also, it's a condition that they have not received funding from EIT Urban Mobility for the same product development. So the participants have also to be registered in the EU participant portal, and they have to complete their data in our partners information forum. I'll go a bit more into detail about the proposals. So they need to demonstrate how the project will actively contribute to the EIT Urban Mobility strategic agenda for the years 2021 to 27. And the proposals submitted to this Raptor call, they must be aligned with EIT Mobility strategic objectives, such as to deploy and scale green, safe, and inclusive mobility solutions for peoples and good, and to accelerate market opportunities with an agile innovation approach. Applicants must respond to one of the city challenges defined for this Raptor edition, and the submissions to multiple cities challenges are allowed, but only one award per applicant can be given. Now, what do we offer? Why should you consider as an innovative startup SME to participate and to submit your proposal? So the package that we offer for companies includes not only the financial support, which is a grant of 40K for each awarded company. It is more than that. So it's also an opportunity to test your solution in real-life conditions. You can gain the exposure to working with potential clients. And in some cases, it might also be an opportunity to move abroad, to work in a country where you have not been active before. And we as EIT Mobility, we're there to support, to help you to bridge the gap, to work in a new country. Maybe there might be linguistic barriers. So we're there to help. We'll, for example, organize monthly check-in meetings to make sure that the pilot is well on track. And there will also be from each of the participating cities a representative that has some time to, for example, attend the monthly meetings. And in some cases, it will be possible to provide optional office spaces from the cities for a couple of days. And there might be also opportunities in the future to collaborate with EIT Mobility on other programs of interest to the companies. So this is, in short, the summary of the support that we can give to interested applicants, to the startups and SMEs, and we'll be very happy to receive your application for this Raptor call. An important feature of the program is the testing of the developed solution. It is actually a requirement that there is at least 1 week of on-site testing. We will leave it up to the participants, to the cities and the startups to decide on how to split the test phase. It can be multiple half days throughout 1 month. It can be 1 week ongoing demo, or multiple 2 days demos. So up to you on how to organize the test phase, but it's a requirement that in the end, there's at least 1 week of testing in the premises of the city or municipality. To give you a bit of a background, and this is already my last slide for this introduction. So a bit of a background here on an overview on the call timeline. As said, we launched the call on 29th of February. It will be open until the 6th of May. So you have exactly 2 months to prepare your application and to submit it. Then we'll move on to the evaluation of the proposals received, and the winners will be announced during the month of July. And then in August, we are planning to organize the first kickoff meeting with city representatives and awarded startups. And then the pilot implementation will basically take place until the end of the year. The pilots should close by the 15th of December. So this is how the timeline looks for this year's Raptor program. As said, I was quite brief on these main features of the program because we just had the more detailed info session yesterday, and all the information is available also on the Raptor website. So for today, the idea is more to give the space and the room to the city representatives and let them present their challenges directly. So we will now move on to the second part of this Q&A session. And we have the pleasure to hear now from Juan Carlos, that is representing Vitoria-Gasteiz. Juan Carlos, the floor is yours. If you want to, I will keep the control of the slides so you can present.
Okay.
And you just let me know when you want me to move on to the next slide.
Thank you so much, Rafael, for your introduction and for inviting us to participate in this Q&A session of the Raptor program, and for the opportunity to introduce what is the challenge of Vitoria, that is focused in bike tracking technology in order to improve safety against bike theft, and also in order to provide us more opportunities in order to manage properly active mobility in the city of Vitoria. Well, this is the city of Vitoria, so it's a medium-scale city. It's really bicycle friendly, because of the capacity, and that is why the use of the bicycle has increased a lot in the city. Nowadays, around 20% of the people usually cycle in the city. But what is true is that a bicycle theft could be a real barrier in order to promote cycling as a daily mode of transport in cities. There are some studies that say that 1 of 5 victims of bike theft stop cycling, and that is because we would like to stress in this challenge in Vitoria. Nowadays, we have in Vitoria a bike registry with more than 14,000 registered bikes, more than 15,000 on-street bike racks, and another 900 racks in 14 safe bicycle parkings within the VG Bicis network, with more than 2,250 unique users. And what we would like is to check if it could be possible to add any kind of intelligence to the registry labels, for instance, we have in the city. Just because nowadays what we have is conventional labels with no way to do a minimum tracking of the bicycle, and we consider that it could be an opportunity to support a data-driven approach to bicycle planning and management if we could include in the labels, in the registry labels, any kind of technology. Please change the slide. Okay. what is our idea? What could be the expected to be situation after the Raptor challenge? To have a new bicycle tracking selection in operation within the VG safe bicycle parking facilities in Vitoria-Gasteiz. And this way, to have an increased security in the access control to the parking facilities, a way to improve the municipal bicycle registry by means of smart tags, and within the pilot to test start tags also for tracking bicycles at specific points in the Vitoria-Gasteiz bicycle network. Yeah, I would like to highlight that in order to be successful this selection, it must comply to be low cost, simple to be implemented, and safety at the target. And how not? To comply also with the GDPR and all dealing with user privacy, that it's also an important question to take into account. I have some ideas about how to be solved, and could be, for instance, through the implementation of RFID passive technologies or Bluetooth. But what is true that using Bluetooth could be more costly and not so simple than, for instance, using RFID tags as being used more and more for many products in our daily life now. So that is the challenge. It's so simple, but it's also really challenging. Let's see if we succeed in having nice proposals in order to solve this challenge. Thank you so much, Rafael.
Thank you so much, Carlos Escudero, for this presentation, also for respecting the foreseen time of around 5 minutes. It was a perfect fit here, and I'm looking forward to working with you throughout the year. We'll now move on and travel to Ireland to hear from Emma, that is representing Fingal County Council, on their challenge, that is data collection in school streets and quiet streets. Thank you very much again, Carlos, and hope to see you soon. So Emma, if you want to, the floor is yours to present your challenge.
Great. Thanks, Rafael. You can hear me okay?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So hi, everyone. My name's Emma Court, and I work with the Active Travel Unit at Fingal County Council, and my role is Walking and Cycling Officer. So Fingal County is one of 4 local authorities in the County of Dublin. We're located in North County Dublin, and we have a population of approximately 340,000 people, and Fingal County spans an area of approximately 450 square kilometres. So in Fingal, we're making very significant investment in walking and cycling infrastructure, and there's approximately 100 kilometres of walking and cycling scheme in development in County Fingal. But at the same time, in Ireland, last year, we've experienced significant increases in serious injuries and fatalities due to road collisions. And in fact, we had a 19% increase in road deaths in 2023. Speeding and dangerous driving are key factors in collisions. And in Fingal, in our towns and villages, we have a key problem with traffic congestion. So our towns and villages, the main streets are very congested, and this then leads to dangerous behaviours with cars attempting to take shortcuts through our residential streets. So this just makes our residential streets more and more dangerous. So we at Fingal County Council are looking at implementing a school street or quiet street in a Fingal town or village as a pilot. And we want to do this to address these safety concerns, but also to create a healthier street environment, create a sense of placemaking, and to, of course, promote active travel use. And so this approach would allow our residents and business owners to access a residential or local street, but it would restrict other traffic using filtered permeability. Filtered permeability is when types of traffic are restricted or filtered by bollards or planters or trees, and this prevents through traffic. So the objectives of implementing a school street or quiet street, we're looking to create a safer and healthier environment, particularly for vulnerable road users, such as pedestrians, cyclists, children, older adults, people with disabilities. Again, to create a sense of placemaking, to encourage walking, cycling, use of our bike share, and uptake of sustainable transportation. We are also hoping to reduce air and noise pollution and to improve access and connectivity in our towns and villages. If we go to the next slide, please. So we're hoping the solution, we want to be able to analyze and collect data on traffic volumes, speed, the interactions between road users, hazardous parking and driving behaviours on the surrounding streets before and after the implementation of a school street or a quiet street. And we'd also like to collect data on modal share before and after the implementation of the school street, quiet street intervention. We'd also want to collect data on air quality and noise pollution. We'd also hope to look at usage patterns, time spent on the street by different users, and the movement dynamics of those users. We'd be hoping to implement the first school street or quiet street in August or September. And the outcomes, well, we hope to see an increase in active travel share. We would like to see that school street or quiet street being enhanced in as a public space to be used by the most vulnerable road users, a reduction in traffic volume, and improved air quality and a reduction in noise pollution. So again, any solution that we choose would have to be GDPR compliant. And we are hoping that this will provide a model that we can gain high quality data that will enable us to inform our decision making. And then we could potentially use this as a model for replication. So thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Emma, for this presentation and also for respecting the speaking time. As said in the beginning, we will take all the questions after the 6 presentations. So for the interested solution providers, feel free to add your questions already now in the chat, in the Q&A, and we will take them at the end. Thank you again, Emma, and also looking forward to working with you throughout the year.
Thanks, Raphael.
So, next challenge that will be presented is from Turkey, from the city of Konya, improvement of multimodal commuting experience. And our speaker for this is Ayse. Ayse, I know you are with us, so now if you want, take the microphone and you have the floor.
Hello, my name is Fatih. I'm a mechanical engineer and I'm coming from Konya Metropolitan Municipality. Firstly, I would like to give an information about Konya. Konya is located in the middle of Turkey, and And also area of Konya, approximately 40,000 square kilometer. Regarding to urban area is approximately 6,600 square kilometer. Population of urban area is 1.3 million and overall population is 2.3 million. Our challenge is how can Konya's multimodal commuting experience be improved? Konya is the city that's spread over a very wide area. This situation creates a potential for connecting journeys. But generally, Konya's people use the private vehicles in this situation. We couldn't construct exactly transfer culture formed in Konya. Sometimes only a small portion of trips in the city involves transferring between different modes of transport. This rate is decreasing day by day, but as a result of this increasing use of private vehicles and spread of the city over large areas. Multimodal transportation should be encouraged, promoted to support sustainable mobility in Konya. Regarding to expected to be situation, multimodal transport should be promoted. Next slide, please. Expected to be a situation, multimodal transport should be promoted in order to reduce the use of private vehicles and support sustainable mobility with personalized interventions using behavioral science and nudge techniques. In the meantime, transfer culture needs to be created in the city. Our aims to ensure active mobility in last mile journeys, increase the use of public transportation for long distance trips, and improve the integration between different transport modes. On the right, you can see our planned urban mobility hubs. In the future, approximately 2 or 3 years later, we will have a lot of train line construction. We have planned some transfer hub areas. We should, for the future, we have planned to gamify the transportation experience by offering rewards, challenges, and competitions that encourage users to choose sustainable and multimodal transportation options. And also we offer virtual badges, discounts, or other incentives for the people users to complete a certain stage in their transportation. Also, we will offer developing games to enhance transportation experience through VR, virtual reality. Developing VR simulation to train people on how to navigate multimodal transportation systems before start to going somewhere, and transfer seamlessly between modes and use various transportation options effectively. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your presentation. I say it's a pleasure to have you with us. We've heard now from 3 of the 6 city representatives already, and I see that there's a couple of questions in the chat. And next one to present is then we'll now hear from Las Rozas de Madrid, and the presenter is Nuria Blanco.
Hi, Rafael.
Hello, Nuria. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So the next slide, please, Rafael. Okay, well, thank you and good morning, and thank you very much to all the participants for the interest in the Raptor project and on all the challenge. Okay, before going into detail to the challenge, just a few words about us. I am part of La Rozas Innova, that is the public innovation company of La Rozas City Council. one of our main objectives is the promotion of innovation and the attraction of talent. We want also to connect entrepreneurs, companies, and public administration with the objectives to have a smart and sustainable city in Las Rozas. For that reason, we think that the accessibility and mobility is a key pillar for getting this objective of have a smart and sustainable city. We are the ones who will manage the Raptor challenge with the IoT urban mobility and all the whole process. So the winner and all the participants will be in touch with us. Going into detail about Las Rozas is a municipality located in the northwest of Madrid region. It's a very dispersed municipality with a considerable extension, and it's crossed by 3 main highways within the city. So that makes a great challenge in the management of the mobility and the pedestrian infrastructure. Next slide, please, Rafael. Okay, thank you. One of these challenges is obtaining updated accessibility data. That is costly and requires constant update. Okay, we know that municipality, one of us is the Las Rozas one, often lack resources for doing this comprehensive data collection, and many times contract external companies for doing this process. Usually this process is a manual process that is inefficient, it's labor intensive and prone to errors. And what's more important, that it makes very difficult to do the data analysis before this manual process. Knowing that, within the Raptor project, we want to tackle this challenge, testing innovative solution in Las Rozas downtown. Okay, we have chosen this area because it's the older one of the city and the one who have more complex pedestrian infrastructure. So we think that if we can solve the challenge in this part of the city, the scaling up of the solution will be easier in the rest of the city. For the focus of the challenge will be updated the data accessibility of the pedestrian infrastructure, focus on sidewalk, crossing, and intersection with other transport network. We want also to focus on shape around this intersection. We want to have some assessment for this infrastructure. And last but not least, we need to have the feedback and concerns in these accessibility concerns of the residents of Las Rozas. Next slide, please, Rafael. Okay, so what we want to achieve? We want to achieve a solution for the ongoing data collection and analysis on pedestrian infrastructure accessibility. And in particular, we want to achieve some objectives, such as to have the 75% of the pedestrian crossing inventory updating. We want to obtain recommendation and procedures for the information updating on an optimized way. We want also to integrate all the information, get it in the tools that we have on the city. For example, the World Geographic Information System, the Smart City Platform, and also, for example, the digital twin that now is being built by the City Council. We want also to generate accessibility indicators for trying to doing a better management of the pedestrian infrastructure of the city. And we want also to involve residents and key stakeholders, such as association of people with reduced mobility, in the whole project. We think that that's a very important key point, because for knowing what our residents and the people with disabled ones is very important for this challenge. And once we make all this possible, we want to make that Las Rozas is a more accessibility and inclusive city for all the people. So that's all from my side. So if you will have any question, please ask, and we will ask to them.
Yes, thank you very much, Nuria, for this.
You're very welcome, Rafael.
Detailed description of La Rozas challenge. We'll do our best to find appropriate solution providers, and also looking forward to working with you.
Thank you very much.
Then next on the list is Liepaja from Latvia, and the speaker is Kallis. You have the floor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kārlis Beikmanis. I'm from city Liepāja. We are the third biggest city in Latvia. and 10th biggest city in Baltic states. And I am responsible for Project 100 Climate Neutral and Smart Cities, and Liepāja is one of those cities. So please, next slide. So what is the biggest challenge in the way to reach climate neutrality by 2030? Our biggest proportion for emissions is from private transport. It's 46% of total emissions from private transport. And also the second problem, simultaneously, we see that there is increasing amount of cars every year. So this is the main challenge, and we are trying to find solutions from both sides, how to precisely calculate the emissions, and of course, what will be the actions to decrease the CO2 emissions from private transport. Next slide. So for now, the situation is that we are calculating emissions from transport in the way that is in Covenant of Mayors. So we calculate consumption from fuel stations, and then calculate to CO2 emissions from energy. And this is not credible, the most credible way of calculating these emissions. So we are trying to jump in the next phase. We have already implemented one smart camera which reads the number plates from cars, but this is for red light crossing detection, and this information is going to the through the police and so on. But the other usage for this number plate recognition identification system would be to connect the system with CO2 levels for cars, and the best way to do this we have not yet found. And so we know that this territory must be in the center, because here are the largest emissions and the air pollution in the center. We don't have so much congestions, but in any case, in the center, we might see in the mornings and after work these congestions. And this is the place where we have different types of transport. We have trams, buses, microbuses, bicycles, cars, trucks, and so on. Many types of transport types. So next slide. And what we need to achieve that this system would have 95% accuracy rate, and till 2030 we need to decrease the amount of cars by 50,000 cars. Now we have 23,000, more than 26,000, and it's approximately a half the amount we need to decrease the car. And also reduce traffic related incidents, because in Latvia we are one of the top countries in Europe that have the most traffic related incidents. And also how to engage citizens to use more eco-friendly transport, and also to show citizens that these vehicles which are entering the center are friendly to environment or not so friendly. So we need to somehow to, in real time, to show these also citizens, and also to drivers that their cars are not climate friendly, environment friendly. And so also, as I said, this CO2 reduction target, we need to reduce the CO2 emissions about 73% comparing to our base year 2006. So this is the challenge for us, and we need help from help and ideas from others to deal with this situation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carlos, for this detailed description of the challenge that you bring to the program. And also here we'll do our best to attract and to identify the best solution provider. And I'm looking forward to working on this project with you. So we've heard from 5 cities already. We'll now move on to the last presentation on Vila Nova de Gaia's challenge. Is Paula Ramos with us?
Yes, thank you, Rafael. Thank
Great.
you, EIT. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you fine. You have
Okay.
the floor.
Thank you. Thank you, EIT Urban Mobility, for this opportunity. My name is Paula, and Vila Nova de Gaia is a municipality in the north region of Portugal, in the metropolitan area of Porto. Is our nearest city. We have more than 300 inhabitants, and our challenge is called MOB plus active, because we want to motivate the active mobility, walking and cycling. Gaia's entire mobility strategy is called MOB plus because we want more and better mobility for all. So Gaia is implementing a mobility platform to help the citizens realize the best mobility options. And we want to provide more information regarding public transports, traffic, parking. However, we noticed that there is little information available to people who want to walk or cycle, and behind what is already found on Google Maps, for example. So we have 17% of the citizens who use cars, and only 10% that use walking or cycling for commuting. So we want our platform to provide more information to these cities, but we want the platform to also serve to collect data from users that can be used by others. Oh, sorry about that. We are seeking solutions that could be integrated into the platform, help users to identify walking and cycling routes starting from the user's location with estimated durations of 15, 30 or 45 minutes, providing information on pavement conditions, safety and lighting, elevation. But city is open to other creative solutions to encourage pedestrian and cycling journeys. We want in the picture, we see our mobility platforms, and we are already have the theme, as you see. But in the moment, we only provide cycle paths and the bike parking spaces. So we want to put more data, and we want to collect more data with this platform. I think it's all.
Thank you very much, Paula. We'll do our best, and looking forward to our collaboration this year. Now that we have heard the challenge presentations from our 6 Raptor cities that are in our session today, as said, there will be 7 more presentations tomorrow.